I know it's hard to believe that I go live and they harass me. I know it's hard to believe that the animals would harass me when I go live. That is, I know, hard to believe. Stop, stop, stop. Oh no, not this. You know what I tried last night was the Oreo Reese's. Oh my god, so good. Hi Nobias. Hello, hello, hello. Mm-hmm. I was thinking because I actually did find, oh, the thing that I wanted to play. Hold on a minute. Hi Pet Peeves. Hi Nobias. how sweet she is going to Paris and she will run away and have the Eiffel Tower and leaning down a that's in Italy. Sorry. I was gonna say the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Of course, she could make the Eiffel Tower lean. I mean, you never know. So be careful, lady. But they do sell those suits, Crystal, those nice ones. If you, it was me. Yeah, it was me. All right. So anyway, enough with the clowns. Enough with the clowns. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! The clowns. Oh, clowns. Not you guys, though. Not you guys are clowns. Not you guys. You know, the clown show. But anyway, we're not doing clown show today. Hey. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay. Just here. Here. Hide yourself. Hide yourself. Alrighty. I'll wait till there's, at least you and No BS here. And then for replay watchers, thank you. And Ellen and Labchick, I hope everything has gone okay with you today. I hope everything has gone okay with everyone today. Um, uh, Not really. I was just looking at something. But anyhow, do you guys remember when I was doing some commentary on that law and crime? You do? Okay. Well, I don't know if you remember, I kept wanting to find the particular one about the guy who was an ex-cop and him and his wife were getting divorced and he liked the poo poo. You know what I'm talking about. This isn't for the faint of heart. Faint of heart. And if you just ate or anything, I don't know, Disclaimer, I do not own all the audio contained in this video. Oh, okay. It's altered in speed and is being used for commentary, educational, entertainment purposes only within the Fair Use Act guidelines.
There's some answers right there. Hold on. This is a story which lasted almost 30 years till January 2023, when this story came to a very permanent.
Yes, the poo-poo guy. Come on, Tucker. Come on. Every time I go live, come on, Tucker. Come on. Come on. Jeez, oh, Pete, this cactus just never lets it go. Never lets it go.
And we, the old kind of boop. This is a story of a marriage.
Can't hear him. Boop.
Story of an ex-cop, and it's a story of hiring some people to go do what you want to get done. And then it's a story of hooking it up after having a grand old time. Some man or one man. Before we get into it, please subscribe to see new true crime videos every week from me to you. And also, I want to mention this.
Yes, that's Dashy does. I don't know why she changes her names all the time. I really don't. I have no clue why is with the name changing all the time. No clue, no clue, no clue.
At the end of the video, but real quick, there's a lot of bots and scammers going on YouTube in the comments right now. Long story short, folks, I am not on Telegram. Anyone claiming to be number 6 in all podcasts, it absolutely blows me away. This is insane. So I cannot thank you all enough. Now, let's give this whole story a go.
Can you guys hear it good enough, or should I get the speaker?
So we shall begin, my friends, in a little place called Atascocita. It's northeast of Houston, and was named one of the best places to retire, funnily enough. It is a thriving nightlife that ends at 4 p.m. and is home to over 80,000 people, if you can believe.
Is it too fast, or is it okay? This fucking cat, man. Every time.
Believe that. So if you were to drive from downtown Houston and take a right, a left, a right, a left, a right, a left, and then a right again, you would end up at 5411 Timbers Trail Drive. There, in that pleasant and leafy suburb, lies a nice 2-story home, a garage, nice garden. And it was there that on the 9th of November, 1994, Farah Braddock, she pulled in. 'Twas her home where she lived with her 3 children, the oldest of which was 7 years of age. That evening, Farah had gone out. She'd gotten her hair did at a local beauty salon, and then she pulled into her driveway at about 8 p.m. Her 3 children, they were with the daddy-o at the time, and he was due to bring them back to her home that evening. However, as Farah pulled into the driveway,
I just don't know why these people just can't get a divorce instead of killing the other one, you know?
Drove into the garage, parked the car, and opened the door. A man swiftly walked up to her as she was exiting the car, shot her twice in the head. Farah lay bleeding out on that cold garage floor, and the killer fled, running into the passenger side door of a nearby car, which had the engine running, and then they drove away. Neighbors that night just so happened to have witnessed something. They saw Farah back into her driveway. Then they turned away. They heard a shot.
Are you guys listening?
A scream, saw Farah lying on the ground, and then another shot, execution style. And then 911 was dialed.
Just saw a shooting, please.
Okay, do you know if anybody's been shot?
Yes, I see the way there. I see her in her garage right now.
Is somebody shot?
Yes. Do you need to send an ambulance? She's down. There's still a person out there. There's a black gentleman. He's got a black shirt and a black pants. The lady is down in her garage. She's been shot 2 times. There are 2 shots. Oh, dear. Okay.
Farah, she was alive when the medics, reached her. And then they were going to rush her to a helicopter.
Now remember, the guy she's divorcing is a cop. Or was, or is, or was.
Her to get her to the nearest hospital, but sadly it was too late, and she passed away not long after.
Followed by a scream and then another second quick gunshot. And the suspect was seen hiding by a tree. Vehicle came around the corner and picked him up and left.
The investigation, as you can imagine, immediately began, and it started with the obvious. The obvious, right, means motive. Motive? Well, she hadn't been sexually assaulted, she hadn't been robbed, she still had her purse and her cash still on her, right? So the motive wasn't a sexual attack or a robbery gone wrong. So you try and steal a purse and then bang, bang. Wasn't anything like that. It seemed like the motive was Farah.
Pretty clear, I guess, there, the motive. I mean, you'd think if he was going to hire somebody to frickin', CILL, your ex, you'd have them do it, like, at least as a robbery style, as opposed to, just making it look like they're not there to rob anybody,
Her life itself, that was the motive. She was executed. Like, she was shot once, she was on the ground. Execution style, she took another one to the head. It was determined that the killer had been hiding in Farah's her back garden, and then had broken into her home. And then when she reversed into her own garage, the killer came at her from inside the house. They opened the garage door with the gun. Pretty soon, though, at the tippity top of the list was Farah's estranged husband, Robert Frada.
pretty much.
Robert Frada went by Bob, and Farah Frada had been married for 11 years by 1994. And at the time of Farah's murder, they were involved in a pretty messy and painful divorce and custody battle over their 3 children. Bradley, 7 years of age, Daniel, 6, and Amber, 4. In fact, the trial was due in 3 weeks' time. Farah was 33 years old at the time of her death.
I mean, so in 3 more weeks, the trial's coming up. Could this guy fucking make himself look any more obvious? Like, did he really think I mean, my God. If he didn't want to look obvious because he was doing it when it was obvious, then he could have at least told those people to steal stuff. But my God, this fucking guy is like silly as hell.
Born in Guildford, England. She grew up in Croydon, South London, and after she would go to college. And then she began working at a travel agency. She began dating an Englishman at the time, and soon became engaged to him. But when Farah Backer's parents, with whom she was extremely close, when they moved to Houston, Texas, Farah, well, she chose to go along with them. Much to the delight of her fiancé.
Do you guys not like doing the law and crime stuff? No?
Let's see. Why aren't you talking, Matthew?
See how you are, lady?
Why aren't you talking, Matthew?
She's playing it like in real time. You know, see how you are, lady?
Why aren't you talking, Matthew?
She's playing it like in. I'd have to say she's a freak of nature. You know? Just so weird, though. No, yeah, she's live playing my live stream as I go. In real time. You know, see how you are, lady?
Why aren't you talking, Matthew?
She's playing it like in.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Oh, it's okay. Come here, honey. It's okay. It's all right, lovey. Johnny doesn't like that voice. I don't know if it's the sound of my phone.
All right. So anyway, we'll flip right on back to what we were doing before. This lady is obviously interested in this poo-poo. She likes the old poo-poo in the mouth.
Excuse me for a moment. Would you like to see something?
See the
You
poo-poo in the mouth.
A lot of people have questions about how strong our. No doubt. Once she arrived in Texas.
Unless it's, well, she liked the poo-poo. That's what this is about. She'll get down with it. Probably, I think, She likes a good shit and fluff sandwich.
Right, she loved her. She loved traveling. Right, she worked in a travel agency. So she began applying for jobs, and within 1 week, she got a job at American Airlines, working as a ticket agency. Now, might be thinking, no, it wasn't. Just her accent, which made everything just sound posh. She was also extremely charming. She was extremely dynamic. She would always have these like new and exciting ideas, and everybody got on great with her. And it was through this job that she would meet police officer Bob Braddock. He was a Missouri City police officer. Missouri City was in the southwest, so it's pretty much on the opposite side of Houston from Atascocita. He was a handsome, charming.
No, he's in Missouri City. She's from England, but she moved it here to Texas. They met in Texas, I guess, but he used to be a Missouri City or whatever. I don't know. Officer, yep.
Guy, he worked out, he took care of himself. But despite warnings from ex-coworkers about, he's a bit of a ladies' man, maybe, she got involved with him. Pretty soon breaking off her engagement, which she still kept up with that guy back in London. Okay, so she would end up with Bobby Frathouse over here, and they would have 3 kids together. Life was good, right up until it wasn't good. Now, what exactly happened? I'm not going to get into too much detail here because, frankly, he's sick as shit. But Bobby, he had some predilections, I guess you could say, for some sick sexual shit. No, hey, listen, come on. I'm not gonna kink shame over here. Whatever you're into, so long as you're not hurting anybody else, go for a whack away. But Bobby, he deserves to be kink shamed. 100%. He was into coprophilia.
Want me to slow that down so you guys can hear it better? I think Blonde Patriot might be into this too. And a couple of other people, maybe. I don't know.
Sick sexual shit. No, hey, listen, come on. I'm not gonna kink shame over here, whatever you're into, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, go for a whack away. But Bobby, he deserves to be king changed. 100%. He was into coprophilia. That means he liked to eat shit. Poo-poo. Here's something. Okay, so this is from
Poo-poo.
their later divorce filings. I'm gonna read you out something here. He wanted to, quote, wanted to watch his wife engage in lesbian sexual activities, have her defecate in his mouth, urinate on
Crapophilia.
him, and choke him while he masturbated, and hit him in the stomach while he masturbated, and he wanted her to perform such acts every day, on a daily.
Get on it, Crystal. Get on it, Crystal. Crystal, get on it. Bitch. Don't hold back. Everybody knows what you're all about, you bitch.
basis. Shit in his mouth.
That's what he wants. Crystal, just give it to him. That's what he wants. Stop holding back. Stop making him talk his own shit. Can't you talk shit for him? Can't you help him get his shit out? Can't you just help him? Just help him, Crystal. Just help him.
The strain.
She's straining. See, she's straining for poo-poo. Straining to get poo-poo out.
To be different. I mean, there are different strains. I know Munchie. Bad one. I got the bad one, and I got one that
Your mother got the bad one.
I'm not a.
She's talking about like herpes or something.
Vaccines, because I know people that have gotten the
Herpes.
jab,
Herpes.
and they still have gotten COVID. I mean,
did she like the poo-poo show? She didn't like poo-poo show? Why didn't she like our poo-poo show? Bullshit.
I don't know if it's the sound of my phone
or the sound of your voice.
If it's the sound of her voice. What did Shy Guy say? I like Shy Guy. Hi, Louie, Louie, Louie.
Ah, Louie. Ah, Louie, Louie, liar.
Oh, Lou didn't say hi to me.
Lie, Lou.
Wait, I'm gonna look back. Lou?
Look back
Hi,
to days when she was younger and thinner and prettier.
I love you back.
I love you back. When you leave and me love your back. Your back is the best part about you while you walk away.
I don't know who Big Donna is.
Big Donna person go kick your butt all round the roller wing. Big Big Donna Wong. You don't know who Big Donna Wong is? Big Donna Wong. She in roller derby. She hit you with a big egg roll. You better be wise to Big Donna Wong.
But Big Donna
and the Donnas, Big Donna and the Donnas say, get gone, get gone, get gone before Donna gonna make you. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Oh, Donna and the Donuts. Well, you know she goes see them in concert. She likes that group. She likes their best hit is Dip 'em, Dip, D-I-P-E-M, D-I-P-E-M, Dip 'em. You know you really wanna dip 'em. You know you really wanna dip 'em, dip 'em, dip, dip, Tugger, that table is no place. Is she singing with me?
Kid Carol.
Tuck, 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 tuck,
I'm not
tuck.
sure who. Wait. Good job. And
Is this my live stream?
how much are the patches? I'll buy them for you.
Whose live stream is this?
Honestly,
Honestly,
please.
please get glue. Glue.
Oh, the government does? I didn't know that.
The government hates
Yeah,
me
because your
too.
lungs are working hard as it is, and you don't want to end up with pneumonia, you know?
Yeah, ammonia's hers
Because you've been sick for so long, it's like
since
your
the day we were
body's
born.
like really fighting.
Yeah, fight it, Lou. Remember when you were fighting your naked
Well, I don't mind paying
fist fight?
for
Ball
that
gag
out of my tax dollars.
of her cat tax dollars. If she had any tax dollars.
They do? Where do they give? Where do you go for? Where do you get them? You can just go
She
into a drug.
usually, when you're talking about crabs, she usually gets hers fresh from any public toilet seat. Tucker, really? See how you are, Tucker? Tucker, you better cut the shit. So what's all this about? Why were they so silent? Why were they so silent over there? Why would they lie if they were this silent? Does anybody know? Don't you guys think that's weird for them to be live but be so silent like this? That's so weird. Good, 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 good life, good life, good life, lady. You're right, sexy Mando. Excitement is a silver tap. I can't even. All right, we'll go back to this one then. I don't know about lighting any candles or anything, but I'm just gonna go back to the log.
So yeah, you stop masturbating over there and listen up because this Farah. These 100% grass-fed beef
Stop
from Amelia Valley are
masturbating
30
over
sticks for
there.
just $36 right now. So before
Yeah,
you
you
buy them, there are
guys.
5
Stop
reasons better places to
masturbating over
process
there.
snacks with these. She was not terribly keen on that herself. It wasn't really her cup of tea. She was like, I'm grand, thanks. Flashbacks of Mark Redwine over here once again. Bob was like, I need to be eating shit all the time, and when I'm not eating shit, you'll hear me asking, where's the shit? And when that wasn't happening, he would get very mad, he would get very cross. Hence, a divorce. But Bob, he was Tom Petty, and he was not gonna just let her walk away. No siree. And so
You would think you would. I mean, who the fuck wants somebody to know they like want people to shit in your mouth all the time? It just doesn't sound like a good idea to be telling everybody. Who's a hoe? You're a hoe. You're a hoe.
Oil. So, Mappy, since you're playing me, let's see if you're still playing me.
No, you were playing me first. Why would they lie if they were this silent? Does anybody know? Don't you guys think that's weird? For them to be live, but be so silent like this? That's so weird.
That's so weird to be silent over there. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird, Crystal. Good night. Good night. Good night, lady. Alexis,
Donna, Glenn, Carol.
See what I mean? How is this normal to you, lady? How is this like, why are you giggling over there like a fucking weirdo? Like, it's like so fucking weird to me. This lady is just harassing people's family members and shit. 6 minutes is so what?
Lost
We'll
it.
go back to this one then.
Hey, Metal. She's sauced. Oh, Rachel. Oh, she doesn't like those names. It's her family. Let's see.
I don't know about lighting any candles or anything, but I'm just. So the bitch actually made 2 live streams. One to sit silent on. Isn't that just so weird? And the other one to play me on. Like, is there like, can't these people be locked up? I don't understand. It's gonna go back to the log. Their insanity is just.
so yeah, stop masturbating over there and listen up because Farah. It's 100% grass. This is really Valley of 36, we're just 36 clubs right now.
Yeah, you guys. Stop masturbating.
She was not terribly keen on that herself. It wasn't really her cup of tea. She was like, I'm gonna.
Oh, why? You guys, why is everything about, as I said, she's in the
So wait a second. So she's got one channel that's totally silent sitting there. And then the other one is playing me real time. How is she normal? How are they normal? I don't understand that.
emotional masturbator. That's her problem. Dude, she's playing some innocent person, just doing a live stream, talking about, yeah, why won't they invite? Oh, thank you, Shy Guy. She said, what? All she talked, but it's not even just the, she get, yes. And you know what? She got little, what is it called? Little Caesars. And the dessert was, I think somebody said brandy. But it's not just the ex that she talks about. She talks about, I don't know, she's talking about
I wasn't talking about you at all. I wasn't talking about you at all, so I don't understand why you're talking about me.
Vern tipping bulls and doing stuff to chickens and oh, oh yes. And let me see something. Why is she playing that poor guy?
And thanks. Flashbacks of red wine over here once again. Bob was like, I need to be eating shit all the time. And when I'm not eating shit, you'll hear me asking, where's the shit? And when that wasn't happening.
So Pet Peeves, I don't know who that is, said Crystal Crap is there. Like Carrie's mother in the movie Carrie. No, that would be Nut Nut. Did she light candles? She is so hot for crap feast. With all the money she has crap scented air. I don't use air freshener. I don't need air freshener, and it's a carcinogen. Let's see what else. Oh wow! I thought this was a drama-free. Tucker has missed Lulu. Well, why'd you dump her on the side of the road? Oh. She said maybe father messed with me. I swear.
What? What?
She's such a pig.
What? What?
24 hours after she. And Lou, you were listening to it? Were you there for a little bit or the whole thing? Yeah, Lou, that's ew, Carrie Ann. I think she did too. I think she did, Munchie. Well, she was playing us.
Who, me?
I just have one question. Is this woman worth
Who, pet peeve? Me? No, you were there the whole time. No, you were. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, they're not normal people. These people are normal. Did nobody else leave? I can't even believe these people are talking like this. They're just not normal, man. I just am like in shock that, yeah. Anyway, understood. I know, BS. Are you seeing what that bitch is saying about that? About over there? Like, uh, well, we gotta, like, this is not even, like, normal that this is, being able to get away with all the time is. Where the fuck did that fucking go? No, maybe it's in the car. She is possessed. Yeah, perverse. Oh my god, they're gross people, man. They are, they are gross. She is possessed. You're so right, man. Listen to this bitch. She's totally possessed.
You know, I'm not laughing at that, Lou. I'm laughing at Wayne. No, not. But she's hurtful to people we care about, and she spreads lies like you know. He woke up and she was talking, and Munch was in there. What was she?
Are they talking about the same thing over and over again? That same fucking shit over and over?
I was weak at the moment, and actually did. That's what I said earlier. Or what if someone else was listening? Oh, wouldn't that be? Oh, that would be a beautiful thing. So she got loaded.
Wow.
And is doing a drama free when it's not drama.
Wow. Yeah, I know they're
So
like
she lied.
they're
She lied.
no, you bitch.
So you know what? Luckily, Davis.
Let's go again.
Oh, was Nutty in there? You know what, Munchie? Right, that's what I was saying. What if someone was in there and they weren't in the right space, frame of mind? Yes, yes, Shy Guy, she does. And she was just playing me. Well, now she's playing someone else.
Man, just really needs to fucking be taken off this platform, big time, big time.
Yes, yes. She would. Now I wasn't there, but Lou was there. Carrie Ann, I don't think was there. But she was telling her, step by step what to do. 2 hours.
So what? Big deal. What are you gonna do now, lady? Fucking sit there silent again? What?
Marianne, totally obsessed.
Yeah, we're obsessed with you.
Does
Mm-hmm.
anybody have that on audio? Not that I would want to hear it, but can you imagine? Right, Carrie Ann? I don't know how she goes as far as she goes.
Shut up.
She takes all the abuse and that's not anyone. Yeah. Well, you know what? She's going to meet up with the wrong person someday. I know she doesn't go out very much, but she's going to say the wrong thing to the wrong person. I mean, there's no way she can act like this in public. What?
What?
Wait a minute. What?
Wait a minute. What?
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 Didn't we all embrace her? What the heck? Well, she's not going to have anyone around her, Lou. She's not going to have anybody. How can you behave this way and have anybody? I mean, she's met Tangay in person, right?
Oh,
Is
wow.
that...
Wow. Can't believe it. I just can't believe that they get away with the hate speech and shit that they use. Hate speech and threatening, just
Are they even friends? Is that her only friend? What? She's nearing 60, I think. How on earth? You know what? Jeez. Wow. Nope, Carrie Ann, you don't. But she left, but is she still friends with Tangay?
Everybody, my hair smells like ham and hay.
Oh, she's in a soccer camp. Have they met in person, you guys?
Have you
Hey,
met
Laura.
in person, guys?
Welcome to the chat.
Everybody, have you met everybody?
How are you?
Have you guys all been introduced in person? Everybody, this is Crystal. She smells like piss. Don't leave her alone with your food. She'll blame it on the dog.
We're up late. Well, we do have, I believe we have one rooster in the hen house.
She actually lays down all day. She's never up. She's never up.
And his name is Shy Guy. Laura, this is Shy Guy. Very funny, very logical, very nice. Wow.
Not smart enough to know that women don't like men who are shy.
You have got to be kidding me. And you know what? Tangay has done so much for her. I don't really know.
You know what she's talking about? You know what Tangay is? You guys want to know what it is? Well, her family used to tell her that, well, yeah, but no, it's because her family would tell her that Bengay was sun tanning lotion. The bitch would be leathering herself, leathering herself. Well, that's why she looks like leather now, because she was always fucking smearing. They told tan gay. They told her it was called, but it was Bengay. They got her good.
no Tangay, but buying her pet supplies and paper products. And I don't know what else. Mevy, where do you live? Like, I know everybody will say a tent. The house you were in was sold. Where do you, like, live? How do you have Wi-Fi?
Where do you live?
Oh, she doesn't have a backbone either. Well, makes sense. That would be who would be perfect with, nor does the nut. Stage 11.
That's
Heck
where
is
it
massive. Is that ranch
stage
house?
11 was, you know, how, like, you know, you could go to different stages at the freak show. She was the bearded lady. And she played the pubic-ukulele. The pubic-ukulele, it was made out of her pubes. Okay, it was just like she would, you know, run it down. It was just like a board, you know what I mean? And I was like, bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. And her and Munchie, and they do the fucking, you know, those good looking fucking guys from the, you know, the ones who already lived there in Deliverance Land, not Burt Reynolds and his friends, but the ones that were dating Munchie and Crystal Love. Bang, 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 bang. Remember that?
Who would take her as a renter? I mean, ew, that's right. Oh, for sure, Shida, yes. Definitely needs attention. She needs her supply. What's a high ranch? Is that like a split level kind of thing from?
No, it's a Jolly Ranch infused with weed. Get it straight.
Weren't those built in like the 60s? Nothing against it, I'm just saying.
Weren't your breasts built in the 60s? Not, I'm
But
just
who,
saying.
does she pay to live there? And doesn't it disturb him that she's on so late and a split level? Okay. I never heard it called a high ranch, but ew. So is this maybe a boyfriend? Oh, for sure. They're so dated. So dated.
You get very mad.
Didn't you raise her? What the fuck? Well, she's not going to have anyone around her, though. She's not going to have anybody. How can it behave this way and have anybody? I mean, she's met Tangay in person, right? Is that what?
Wow. Can't believe it. I just can't believe that they get away with the hate speech and shit that they use. I saw Bryony make hate speech, it's right, and just
like, are they even friends? Is that her only friend? But she's nearing 60, I think. How on earth? You know what? Jeez. Wow. No, Marianne, you don't. But she left, but is she still friends with Tangay? Everybody. My hair smells like ham and hay.
See, I'm funny as they are.
Oh, she's philosophical. I think that in person, you guys. Hey, Nora. Welcome to the chat.
Everybody, everybody.
How are you?
Have you guys all been introduced in person? Everybody. This is Crystal. She smells like piss. Don't leave her alone with your food. She'll blame it on the dog.
Lovely. Well, we do have, I think we have one who's doing it.
She actually lays down all day. She's never up. She's never up.
So I wonder if she were my sister,
I
probably would have unalived myself.
Ah, damn. You want to pretend? Want to pretend, lady?
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. If I lived under the roof with her growing up, is it okay for me
What
to say
small
that?
space I would have, what small space I'd have.
Is that okay to say I think I would have unalived myself?
Wow. Better if you say it after the fact.
Anyway,
I know, right?
Carrie Ann, that's what I heard. Linda, is Linda the sister
Here she
that
goes.
overdosed? Because there's so many siblings. I don't know who's who. But was Linda the one that OD'd? Lou?
What's wrong,
So, was
Crystal?
it Linda or Carol that OD'd?
Well, it depends. Which sister are you?
It's true, though.
Neither one of none of my sisters OD'd or died like OD'd, and no, that's not what happened. Lou, are you is that really Lou in there saying all that stupid shit? Oh my god, these people are stupid. Well, I guess that their business is making people want to take their lives, I guess. I guess that's what they do. They must make people want to take their lives. But anyway,
Geez, I don't know if it was suicide by overdose or not. But her sister Linda took all those pills, but
wow,
they can't handle
she's
the
alive.
truth. So they said she had an heart attack.
Oh, my
Well, that can
sister
happen from
never.
drugs. You hear about that all the time. It can cause cardiac.
My sister was never, ever, ever, ever hooked on pills. She took them for a heart murmur. Okay, she had migraines. She had heart murmur. Fucking, she didn't abuse them, but they didn't do the work with the whole, you know, certain things could cause heart failure. Right, and I don't even know why Lou's over there talking about my deceased sister. Like, what are you talking about? Like, Karen, man, these people are sick. What are these people even
Cardiac
like?
arrest and respiratory distress.
Mm.
Oh, Carol is alive.
What?
Linda OD'd. Well, you
My
know what?
sister
As
did
I
not
said, if I
OD.
were Linda, I might have at that time
Wow.
opted out. Now, I never ever have those thoughts
Wow.
now. I've never had those thoughts in the past. But can you imagine living with that thing?
Wow, trying to make it like my sister killed herself because of me. Wow. My sister didn't kill herself, at the least. My sister didn't kill herself. Oh, yeah, it is pathetic of them, yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Alice. Yep. Yes, Lou. And Carol looks, she Okay, so let me get this straight. Linda OD'd.
No.
Maybe it was the shame why they had to move to out of the country after that happened. You know, this would explain a lot.
What?
And then my other thought is it possible, just to understand this whole mental illness, is it possible that she could have put a pillow over Linda's
Oh, wow.
head?
Mm.
Because I certainly,
Wow.
you know, maybe they were trying to protect Glendora.
Wow. There's something wrong with this lady. Can you imagine somebody making their live stream all about somebody's dead relative? Somebody you don't even know? Isn't that sick?
When Glendora was dying in the hospital, Linda had had enough.
Mm.
So Glendora didn't want Methy there, Tracy. She pushed her off on Linda. Then Linda
Wow.
ended, oh my God. All of this makes total sense. What? Linda may have been, I don't know what zoot it is, and put the pillow over her head. That's what I just thought. Is that why they fled the country?
Fled the country.
You know, I think this might have been
Fled the
20 years ago.
country.
Was
What
it
the
25
fuck you
years
talking
ago?
about?
Something
Fled
like
the
that.
country. Do you
Decades
hear how
ago.
stupid you sound
They
right
didn't
now?
have the investigations the way we have now. Right?
Investigations. Fled the country. Fled what country? What the fuck is this fucking lunatic even talking about right now? Does anybody even know? Like,
Why would you say what is it?
what is this lunatic even fucking talking about? She took them for a heart murmur. Sorry? She had migraines. She had heart murmur. Fucking shouldn't abuse it. You know, these bitches are really. How many fucking live streams do they have? Like, with playing me over and over and over and over again. Like, is every live stream theirs just playing me? Like, that's so crazy.
Well, you know,
Might you sever your vocal cord?
I know, Lou. I think you're right.
Do the work with the whole, you know, certain things to cause heart failure.
Huh? I remember that, Munchie. That, yes, I remember.
I don't even know why Lou's over there talking about me, just his sister.
Because Lou is our friend.
What are you talking about? Like, man, these people are sick. Look at these people.
We have breast and respiratory distress. Oh, Harold is alive. Linda OD. Well,
my sister did
as I said,
OD.
if I were Linda, I might have at that time opted out. Now, I never ever have those.
How many fucking live streams do they fucking have playing me over and over and over and over and over? I don't even, like, I can't even comprehend that these people just have live stream after live stream after live stream playing me over and over and over. Like, what the fuck?
Thoughts now, never had those thoughts in the past. But can you imagine living with that thing?
I'm trying to make it like my sister killed herself, doesn't he? My sister didn't kill herself, so at least.
Lou happens to be my friend.
My sister didn't kill herself.
And is liked by everybody in here.
Listen, cunt, I don't give a fuck about Lou. That don't give you a reason to be talking about my sister over there, bitch.
And she chooses to come in. That's none of your business.
What?
Hi, Germany.
I don't give a fuck about
Welcome.
your sister.
Oh yeah, it is pathetic over
Your
here.
fucking friend. I mean, I don't care
What's
about
wrong
my
with her?
sister.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Alice. Yep. Yes, Lou. And Carol looks. Okay, so let me get this straight. Linda, OD.
No.
Maybe it was the train why they had to move to out of the country after that happened. You know, this would explain a lot. And then my other thought is it possible, just to understand this whole mental illness, is it possible that she could have put a pillow over Linda's head? Because I certainly, maybe they were trying to protect Glendora.
Wow. That's not right.
Dude, shut the fuck up over there, kissing ass over there. Hopefully your friends don't talk about your fucking deceased family so you don't know how to do right from wrong.
Who is this lady? Can you imagine somebody make it?
See? Fucking Munchie's lying, saying Tiffany's in there right now talking about Lou. No, there is no.
Their live stream all about somebody's dead relative, somebody that you don't even know. Isn't that sick?
What's Coke Jaw? I don't know what that is.
No, nobody was talking about her or Lou. Nobody was talking about these bitches at all.
And why would you say, what is Lou doing over there? Lou can go wherever she wants to go.
So what is Lou doing?
And we can make observations and opinions.
You just sit there and make lies is what you do.
This doesn't even involve, you weren't invited over here. Why don't, if you want to chat with us, come over here.
Fuck off, you don't talk about me.
The jaw goes back and forth.
Yeah, the jaw goes back and forth. Your jaw goes back and forth. Now you're chewing ice. Now you're chewing ice like Elliot. Jeez, you just can't stop
Well, first
talking
of all,
people.
as far as I can remember, sorry, I'm eating a pretzel. First of all, as far as I can remember, there isn't a medication for a heart murmur. What I remember from nursing.
Yeah, these bitches are really. How many fucking live streams do they have? Like, with
I thought you were gonna say
over
what
and
you
over
remember.
and over and over again. Like,
Bitch, come on. I thought you said what you remember from nursing. Go ahead. What? What do you remember from nursing?
is every live stream there is just playing me? Like,
Well, it's kind of like a Ted Bundy study or a serial killer study. I mean, a lot of people are into true crime.
that's so crazy.
Huh? I remember that, Munchie. Yes, I remember.
I don't even know why Liz over there talking about it. This is sister.
Because Lou is our friend.
You're talking about like many people are sick on this.
Including that rest and unnecessary discuss. Oh, how was it not? I know that. When's it going to? Well, the sister, I remember I might have had a time after that.
Bitch, I don't talk about your deceased relatives.
How many fucking lives?
Fucking this cunt goes, she sang happy birthday to our deceased relatives. Oh, fuck you, cunt. Your friends did. Hi, Chris.
Names do they fucking have?
Why did you keep repeating this?
Over and over and over and over and over. I don't even like. I can't even comprehend that these people just have live stream after live stream after live stream.
playing me over and over and over. Like, what?
Wait a minute. Is that projection or what? And what is wrong with her voice right now? Wait, I think you said, oh yeah, phenobarbital for the heart. I know.
Well, that don't give you a reason to be talking about my sister over there, bitch. And she chooses to come in. That's none of your business. Hi, Germany. I don't fuck. Welcome, your sister. Oh yeah, that's a friend. I mean, I care about my sister. Oh my gosh. Yes, Alice. Yep. Yes, Will. They all sat there singing "Happy Birthday" to our deceased relatives, and they think it's okay for them to do that shit, right? Okay, so I'm gonna say, Linda, Toby, Linda was the training line they had to out of the country after that happened. This would explain a lot. And then my other thought is it possible, just to understand this whole mental illness, is it possible that she could have put a pillow over Linda's head? Because I certainly, maybe they were trying to protect Glendora. Wow. It's not right. Bill, shut the fuck up over there, kissing ass over that. Hope your friends don't talk about your fucking deceased family so you don't have to do right from mine. I was just like, come on, just a minute. See? Fucking Munchie's line. Blue goes, pitiful how she flipped on me, but that's TH for ya. I knew better. I'm mad at myself. Oh, look at you. You're saying Tiffany's in there right now talking about Lou. No, there ain't. No. Your wife's talking all about somebody's dead relative. Somebody that you don't even know. Isn't that sick? What's coke jaw? I don't know what that is.
Oh, I know, Munchie.
I know nobody was talking about her. Nobody was talking about these bitches. And why would they say, what is Lou doing over there? Let's go wherever she wants to go. So what is Lou doing? And we can make observations and opinions. You just sit there and make eyes is what you do. This doesn't even involve, you weren't invited over here. If you want to chat with us, come over here. Fuck off, you don't talk about me. The jaw goes back and forth. Yeah, the jaw goes back and forth. Your jaw goes back and forth.
What?
Now you're too nice. Now you're too nice like Elliot. Jeez, you just can't stop,
First of all, as far as I can remember, sorry, I'm eating a pretzel. First of all, as far as I can remember, there isn't a medication for heart murmur. What I remember from nursing. These people are sick people. These are sick people. She's talking about herself. Is she not? Sick people, aren't they? Sick. Just, I mean, like, just they're not even normal people. There's, I don't know, like. Anyway.
Them bitches is off the chain. Off the chain. Oh yeah, you gotta tell him it's Stashy. Changing her name all over the place. Hmm. You're changing your name also? Is that what you said?
Introducing Grammarly, like you've never seen before. Your all-in-one writing essential. This is Paraphraser.
That's it. Listening to my own stuff. That's right. That's right. That's right. I was gonna read a story. It's got too lazy to do it. I thought it was happening. Fuck.
The Monkey's Paw, the final chapter, the last wish.
Yeah, but we can't start with the final chapter. Bear dog. All right.
The Monkey's Paw by W. W. Jacobs. Be careful what you wish
Will listen to me tell a scary story.
for. You may receive it.
Yeah.
Outside the night was cold and wet, but in the small parlor of Laburnum Villa, the blinds were drawn and the fire burned brightly. Father and son were playing chess. The father, who possessed ideas about the game involving radical chances, putting his king into such sharp and unnecessary perils that it even provoked comment from the white-haired old lady knitting by the fire. "Listen to that wind," said Mr. White, who, having seen a fatal mistake after it was too late, was amiably desirous of preventing his son from seeing it. "I'm listening," said his son, grimly surveying the board as he stretched out his hand. "Check." "I should hardly think that you'll come tonight," said his father, with his hand poised over the board. "Mate," replied the son. "That's the worst of living so far out," bawled Mr. White with sudden and unlooked for violence. "Of all the beastly, slushy, out-of-the-way places to live in, this is the worst. The roads are all slushy, washed out, and everything's a torrent. I don't know what people are thinking about. I suppose because only 2 houses in the road, and they think it doesn't matter." "Never mind, dear," said his wife soothingly. "Perhaps you'll win the next one." Mr. White looked up sharply, just in time to intercept a knowing glance between mother and son. The words died away on his lips, and he hid a guilty grin in his thin gray beard. "There he is," said Herbert White, as the gate banged loudly and heavy footsteps came towards the door. The old man rose with hospitable haste
Hi,
and
Chris.
opened the door, and he was heard welcoming the new arrival. Mr. White was followed into the room by a tall, robust, beady-eyed man. "Sergeant Major Morris," Herbert White introduced him. Sergeant Major Morris entered the living room, shook hands, and took a seat in front of the fire. His host filled a tumbler with whiskey. Sergeant Major sipped his tumbler of whiskey while he stared into the fire and watched a copper kettle being hung over the fire. By the third glass of whiskey, his eyes got brighter and the family gathered around him, eager to hear the stories he was about to tell. As he squared his broad shoulders in the chair and spoke of wild scenes and deeds of wars and plagues and strange peoples. 21 years of it, said Mr. White, nodding at his wife and son. When he went away, he was a slip of a youth in the warehouse. Now look at him. "You don't look to have taken much harm," said Mrs. White politely. "I'd like to go to India myself," said the old man, "just to look around a bit, you know." "Better where you are," said the sergeant major, shaking his head. He put down the empty glass and, sighing softly, shook it again. "I should like to see those old temples, and the snake charmers and the jugglers," said the old man. "What was that you started to tell me the other day? About a monkey's paw or something, Morris?" To hear part 2 of The Monkey's Paw, please watch the next video. The Monkey's Paw by W. W. Jacobs, part 2. "What was it that you were telling me the other day? About a monkey's paw. Something about that, Morris." "Nothing," said the soldier. "Nothing worth hearing." "Monkey's paw?" said Mrs. White curiously. "Well, it's just a bit of what you might call magic, perhaps," said the sergeant major offhandedly. His three listeners leaned in eagerly. The visitor absent-mindedly put his empty glass to his lips and then set it down again. His host filled it for him again. To look at it, said the sergeant major, feeling it in his pocket. It's just an ordinary little paw, dried to a mummy. He took something out of his pocket and offered it. Mrs. White drew back with a grimace, but her son, taking it, examined it curiously. And what is so special about it? Inquired Mr. White, as he took it from his son, and having examined it, placed it upon the table. It had a spell put on it by an old fakir, said the sergeant major, a very holy man. He wanted to show that fate ruled people's lives, and that those who interfered with it did so to their own sorrow. He put a spell on it so that 3 separate men could each have 3 wishes from it. His manners were so impressive that his listeners were conscious that their light laughter had jarred somewhat. Well, why don't you have 3, sir? Said Herbert White cleverly. The soldier looked at him and said, I have. He said it quietly, and his blotchy face whitened. And did you really have the 3 wishes granted? Asked Mrs. White. I did, said the sergeant major, and his glass tapped against his strong teeth. And has anybody else wished? Persisted the old lady. The first man had his 3 wishes. Yes, was the reply. I don't know what the first 2 were, but the third was for death. That's how I got the paw. His tones were so grave now that a hush fell upon the group. If you've had your 3 wishes, and it's no good to you now then, Morris, said the old man, what do you want for it? The soldier shook his head. Fancy, I suppose, he said slowly. I did have some idea of selling it, but I don't think I will. It has caused me enough mischief already. Besides, people won't buy. They think it's a fairy tale, some of them, and those who do think anything of it want to try it first and pay me afterwards. If you could have another 3 wishes, said the old man, would you have them? I don't know, said the other man. I don't know. He took the paw and, dangling it between his forefinger and thumb, suddenly threw it upon the fire. With a slight cry, Mr. White stooped down and snatched it off. Better let it burn, said the soldier solemnly. If you don't want it, Morris, said the other, give it to me. I won't, said his friend doggedly. I threw it on the fire. If you keep it, don't blame me for what happens. Pitch it on the fire like a sensible man. The other shook his head and examined his possession closely. How do you do it? He inquired. Hold it up in your right hand and wish aloud, said the sergeant major. But I warn you of the consequences. Tune in to hear what happens next on part 3 of The Monkey's Paw. The Monkey's Paw by W. Jacobs, part 3. Sounds like the Arabian Nights, said Mrs. White as she rose and began to set the supper table. Don't you think you might wish for 4 pairs of hands for me? Her husband drew the talisman from his pocket, and all 3 burst into laughter as the sergeant major, with a look of alarm on his face, caught him by the arm. If you must wish, he said gruffly, wish for something sensible. Mr. White dropped it back in his pocket, and placing chairs, motioned his friend to the table. In the business of supper, the talisman was partly forgotten, and afterwards the 3 sat listening enthralled to a second installment of the soldier's adventures in India. If the tale about the monkey's paw is not more truth.
In case anybody doesn't know, a talisman is like a rabbit's foot. You know how like they'll say, "Oh, it's a lucky rabbit's foot." Mm. That's what this monkey's paw is.
Well, than those he has been telling us, said Herbert, as the door closed behind their guest, just in time to catch the last train. We shouldn't make much of it. Did you give him anything for it? Inquired Mrs. White, asking her husband. A trifle, said he. He didn't want it, but I made him take it. Mr. White took the paw from his pocket and eyed it dubiously. I don't know what to wish for, and that's a fact, he said slowly. It seems to me that I've got all I want. Well, wish for 200 pounds, said Herbert. That'll just do it. His father smiled and held up the talisman as his son, with a solemn face, winked at his
Now remember this story was written back when, 200 pounds was a lot of money.
mother, sat down at the piano and struck a few impressive chords. I wish for 200 pounds, said the old man distinctly. A fine crash from the piano greeted his words, interrupted by a shuddering cry from the old man. His wife and son ran towards him. It moved, he cried, with a glance of disgust at the object as it lay on the floor. As I wished, it twisted in my hands like a snake. Well, I don't see the money, said his son as he picked it up and placed it on the table, and I bet I never shall. It must have been in your mind, said his wife, regarding him anxiously. He shook his head. Never mind, though. There's no harm done, but it gave me a shock just the same. They sat down by the fire again. Outside, the wind was higher than ever. The old man started nervously at the sound of a door banging upstairs. A silence, unusual and depressing, settled on all three, which lasted until the old couple rose to retire to bed. I expect you'll find the cash tied up in a big bag in the middle of your bed, said Herbert as he bade them good night. He sat alone in the darkness, staring into the fire, seeing demonic faces. They became so vivid that he reached onto the table next to the chair, looking for some water to extinguish the fire. He felt the monkey's paw in his hands, dropped it, and wiped his hand on his coat. With that, Herbert went upstairs and retired to bed also. Please tune in to part 4 of The Monkey's Paw. The Monkey's Paw
Fall
by
asleep,
W.
maybe.
W. Jacobs, part 4. The next morning, Mrs. White, Herbert, and Mr. White were enjoying their breakfast. I suppose all old soldiers are the same, said Mrs. White. The idea of our listening to such nonsense. How could wishes be granted in these days? And if they could, how could 200 pounds hurt you? Might drop on his head from the sky, said the frivolous Herbert. Morris said the things happened so naturally that you might, if you so wished, attribute it to coincidence. Well, don't break into the money before I come back, said Herbert as he rose from the table. I'm afraid it'll turn you into a mean, vicious old man, and we shall have to disown you. Herbert went out the door and went on his way to work. During the day, Mr. and Mrs. White continued on doing their daily chores. Herbert will have some more of his funny remarks, I expect, when he comes home, she said as they sat at dinner. I dare say, said Mr. White, pouring himself some beer. But, for all that, the thing moved in my hand. That I'll swear to. You thought it did, said the old lady soothingly. I say it did, replied the other. There was no thought about it. I had just... What's the matter? His wife made no reply. She was watching the mysterious movements of a man outside, who, peering in an undecided fashion at the house, appeared to be trying to make up his mind to enter. In mental connection with the 200 pounds, she noticed that the stranger was well dressed and wore a silk hat of glossy newness. 3 times he paused at the gate and then walked on again. The 4th time, he stood with his hand upon it, and then, with sudden resolution, flung it open and walked up the path. Mrs. White, at the same moment, placed her hands behind her and hurriedly unfastened the strings of her apron. She brought the stranger, who seemed ill at ease, into the room. He gazed at her furtively and listened in a preoccupied fashion as the old lady apologized for the appearance of the room. "I was asked to call," he said at last. He stooped and picked a piece of cotton from his trousers. "I come from Ma and Megan's." The old lady started. "Is anything the matter? Has anything happened to Herbert? What is it? What is it?" Her husband interrupted. There, mother," he said hastily. "Sit down and don't jump to conclusions. You've not brought bad news, I'm sure, sir." "I'm sorry," began the visitor. "Is he hurt?" demanded the mother wildly. The visitor bowed his head. "Badly hurt," he said quietly, "but he is not in any pain." "Oh, thank God," said the old woman, clasping her hands. "Thank God for that. Thank God." She broke off as the sinister meaning dawned on her. She saw the awful confirmation of her fears in the other person's averted face. She caught her breath and turned to her slower-witted husband, laid her trembling hand on his. There was a long silence. "He was caught in the machinery," said the visitor, at length in a low voice. "Caught in the machinery," repeated Mr. White, in a dazed fashion. He sat staring out the window, and taking his wife's hand between his own, pressing it as he had been wont to do in their old courting days nearly 40 years before. "He was the only one left to us," he said, turning gently to the visitor. "It is hard." The other coughed and, rising, walked slowly to the window. "The firm wishes me to convey their sincerest sympathy with you in your great loss," he said. "I beg that you will understand I am only their servant and merely obeying orders." There was no reply. The old woman's face was white, her eyes staring and her breath inaudible. The husband's face was such a look, such as his friend the sergeant might have carried into first action. I was to say that Ma and Megan's disclaim all responsibility. They admit no liability at all, but in consideration of your son's services, they wish to present you with a certain sum as compensation. Mr. White dropped his wife's hand, and rising to his feet, gazed with a look of horror at his visitor. His dry lips shaped the words, "How much?" 200 pounds was the answer. Unconscious of his wife's shriek, the old man smiled faintly, held out his hands, and then dropped to the floor in a heap, unconscious. Please tune in.
So they had wished for 200 pounds, and they got 200 pounds by their son dying.
To part 5 of The Monkey's Paw. The Monkey's Paw, Part 5, by W.W. Jacobs. In the huge new cemetery, some 2 miles distant, the old people buried their dead and came back to the house, steeped in shadows and silence. It was all over so quickly that at first they could hardly realize it, and remained in a state of expectation, as though of something else to happen, something else which was to lighten this load, too heavy for the old hearts to bear. About a week after the funeral, the old man woke suddenly in the night. stretched out his hand and found himself alone. The room was in complete darkness, and the sound of subdued weeping came from the window. He raised himself in bed and listened. "Come back," he said tenderly. "You will be cold." "It is colder for my son," said the old woman, and wept afresh. The sounds of her sobs died away on his ears. The bed was warm, and his eyes heavy with sleep. He dozed fitfully and then slept until a sudden wild cry from his wife. "The paw!" she cried wildly. "The monkey's paw!" He started up in alarm. "Where? Where is it? What's the matter?" She came stumbling across the room towards him. "I want it," she said quietly. "You've not destroyed it." "It's in the parlor, on the mantel," he replied. "Why?" She cried and laughed together, and bent over and kissed his cheek. "Oh, I only just thought of it," she said hysterically. "Why didn't I think of it before? Why didn't you think of it?" "Think of what?" "The other two wishes," she replied rapidly. "We've only had one." "Was that not enough?" he demanded fiercely. "No! We'll have one more. Go down and get it quickly, and wish our boy alive again." The man sat in bed and flung the bedclothes from his quaking limbs. "Good God! Are you mad?" he cried. "Go get it and wish," cried his wife, quivering with excitement. The old man turned and regarded her, and his voice shook. "He has been dead 10 days, and besides, I would not tell you this, but I could only recognize him by his clothing. If he was too terrible for you to see then, how now?" "Bring him back," cried the old woman, and dragged him towards the door. "Do you think I fear the child I have nursed?" Please tune in for part 6 of The Monkey's Paw. The Monkey's Paw by W.W. Jacobs, part 6. "Get it," she panted. "Get it quickly and wish. Oh, my boy, my boy." Her husband struck a match and lit the candle. "Get back to bed," he said unsteadily. "You don't know what you are saying." "We had the first wish granted," said the old woman feverishly. "Why not the second?" "A coincidence," said the old man. "Go get it and wish," cried his wife, quivering with excitement. "Wasn't that one wish enough?" "No," she cried. "We'll have one more. Go down and get it quickly, and wish our boy alive again." The man struck a match and lit the candle. "You don't know what you are saying. Do you think I fear the child that I have nursed? Go get it and wish my boy alive." He went down in the darkness and felt his way to the parlor and then to the mantelpiece. The talisman was in its place, and a horrible fear that the unspoken wish might bring his mutilated son before him. The old man caught his breath as he had found that he had lost direction of the door. His brow was cold with sweat. He felt his way around the table, groped along the wall until he steadied himself in the small passage with the unwholesome thing held in his hand. Even his wife's face seemed changed as he entered the room. It was white and expectant, and to his fears seems to have had an unnatural look upon it. He was afraid of her. "Wish," she cried in a strong voice. "It is foolish and wicked," he said. "Wish," repeated his wife. He raised his hand. I wish my son alive again. The talisman fell to the floor, and he regarded it fearfully. Then he sank, trembling, into a chair. As the old woman, with burning eyes, walked to the window and raised the blind, he sat until he was chilled, glancing occasionally at the figure of the old woman peering through the window. The candle, which had burned below the rim of the china candlestick, was throwing pulsating shadows on the ceiling and walls, until, with a flicker larger than the rest, it expired. The old man, with an unspeakable sense of relief at the failure of the talisman, crept back to his bed, and a minute afterward the old woman came silently and apathetically beside him. Tune in to part 7 of The Monkey's Paw.
Old Spice Gentleman Super Hydration Body Wash with 24/7 moisturization and vitamin B3.
Hello?
What's your favorite scary movie?
The Monkey's Paw, the final chapter, The Last Wish, by W.W. Jacobs. Neither spoke. They sat silently, listening to the ticking of the clock. A stair creaked, and a squeaky mouse scurried noisily through the wall. The darkness was oppressive. After lying there for some time, he got his courage up and took out a box of matches. After striking one, he went downstairs for a candle. At the foot of the stairs, the match went out, and he paused to strike another. And at the same moment, a knock, ever so quiet and stealthy, scarcely audible, sounded at the front door. The matches fell from his hand and spilled in the passage. He stood motionless, his breath suspended, until the knock was repeated. Then he turned and fled swiftly back to his room and closed the door behind him. A third knock sounded through the house. "What's that?" said the woman. "A rat," said the old man in shaking tones. "A rat. It passed me on the stairs." His wife sat up in bed listening. A loud knock resounded through the house. "It's Herbert." She ran to the door, but her husband was before her, and catching her by the arm, held her tightly. "What are you going to do?" he whispered hoarsely. "It's my boy. It's Herbert," she said, struggling. "I forgot it was 2 miles away." "What are you holding me for? Let go. I must open the door." "For God's sake, don't let it in," cried the old man, trembling. "You're afraid of your own son?" she cried, struggling. "Let me go. I'm coming, Herbert. I'm coming." There was another knock, and another. The old woman, with a sudden wrench, broke free and ran from the room. Her husband followed to the landing and called after her appealingly as she hurried down the stairs. He heard the chain rattle back and the bolt drawn slowly and stiffly from the socket. Then the old woman's voice, strained and panting. "The bolt!" she cried loudly. "Come down! I can't reach it!" But her husband was on his hands and knees, groping wildly on the floor in search of the paw. If only he could find it before the thing outside got in. A perfect round of knots reverberated through the house, and he heard the scraping of the chair as his wife put it down in the passage against the door. He heard the creaking of the bolt as it came slowly back, and at the same moment he found the monkey's paw and frantically breathed in his third and final wish. The knocking ceased. Suddenly, although the echoes of it were still in the house, he heard the chair drawn back and the door opened. A cold wind rushed up the staircase. and a long, loud wail of disappointment and misery from his wife. No, no. He ran down beside her side and then to the gate beyond. The street lamp flickered opposite, and it shone on a quiet and deserted road. I guess the moral of the story is be careful what you wish for. Anyway,
I will just check one last time, see what this nutbag doing. And then if the nutbag is quiet, we'll just quiet it in.
SG wanted me to ask why Munchie had a.
Let's do what?
What?
What? Good night, Chris.
That's bizarre.
You're bizarre.
Have you guys, honestly, have you ever heard her this bad? Because she sounds like she's really bad.
Oh, you sound really bad.
I mean, under the influence.
Oh, you sound like you're under the influence.
I don't think I've ever heard her like this.
Well,
I take pills and yes, there are controlled substances that I use when I'm prescribed. Well, that's different.
mm,
That's absolutely different.
nah, you're no different. You're no different. You're just silly, stupid bitch. Stupid
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just
I know.
like
I'm just like,
really
stupid. I'd say stupid. Well, it seems like everybody's quiet tonight. So maybe we'll do stuff another time. You know?
it's time to quit smoking. But I mean, until then,
Well, no. Go set yourself on fire. I'll tell you when it's time to quit smoking.
honey, try to get those. Oh, good, you have the humidifier on. Oh, good. Well, you're doing everything. But can you try to get those patches for
Mm, Bye bye. All right, everybody. Encourage people. we'll do it, and we'll do the live stream another night because I do have some other stuff lined up that I want to do. So when there's more people who want to chat, then we'll do it again. Okay. Love you guys. Peace, love, and tacos.